am out here on River Bluff Road in Sheffield, and it looks like an absolute disaster zone. As you can see, this house behind me here has a tree straight through it. Using things like iPads and social media have helped them map out an accurate flood damage report. Sometimes thieves will come up to these bins behind Loaves and Fishes and grab what they can and throw it into their cars. Then others will pillage through the donation boxes to see what they can get their hands on. Large piles of debris like this one are a constant reminder that cleanup isn't over. And residents like Murphy are concerned these piles are a safety hazard because of jagged pieces of wood, metal, and nails left behind. That's right, Deborah. Now, I can tell you that the ASPCA is out here and they have a full staff caring for these animals. There aren't many people out right now, which is a good thing because a lot of this slush and icy conditions that we've seen earlier today will start to refreeze. Officials have portions of that road blocked there behind me, and that's because there are so many downed power lines. Now, the red carpet just opened up, so we haven't seen any of those big name stars yet, but they'll be making their appearances shortly. But let's get a recap of who's nominated and who's already won. Right here on Highway 43 in Russellville is where Moats' car was swept off the road by floodwaters. It eventually landed right here in the culvert you see here behind me. Now, she says it happened so fast she didn't know what to do, but she knew that someone would help her. With more cities and towns close to Colbert County going wet, more people are choosing to buy their alcohol closer to home in places like Russellville.
It's hard staying in this hotel waiting for the night to get here.
That's Colonel Buddy Brook, assigned to the Aviation Commission Command out of Redstone Arsenal with the U.S. Army. He's been deployed for 9 months.
We missed a lot of things. We missed birthdays, anniversaries. I missed all of the last 12 anniversaries my wife and I had, except one. And on this deployment, I actually left on our anniversary date. I missed the birth of 2 of the 3 grandchildren. So that's been kind of hard.
But tonight will be different. Tonight, he won't just see pictures of how beautiful his 17-year-old daughter, Sydney, was dressed for her high school sorority's lead-out.
Girls line up like this when they come out, right?
Tonight, he'll be there.
I like to think that Sydney's a daddy's girl, even though I've been gone a lot.
The best part, Sydney has no idea.
I'm just glad we get to give Sydney a surprise, and I hope that it goes off well.
Cue the father-daughter dance, and Sydney has no idea who's about to cut in. A big family embrace and a daughter who's just happy her dad is home.
What are you feeling right now?
On the other side of her.
In Florence, Brecken Terry, Way 31 First News.
McAnally has been in the music business for 4 decades, writing 6 #1 hits. McAnally has also written and played on countless Jimmy Buffett albums and cut 11 albums of his own, plus much more. We sat down and spoke with him about his success, what the Shoals means to him, and his advice to aspiring musicians.
The possibilities, Zanzibar.
I learned so much at the feet of those guys that made those great records in Muscle Shoals.
Mac McAnally's fame takes him across the world, working with Jimmy Buffett, Kenny Chesney, and the Zac Brown Band. His career may take him far, but McAnally still regards the Shoals as his musical home.
I was in California last week, and I knew I was going to Muscle Shoals in the weekend, and it allowed me to get work done on songs. Just knowing that I'm going there, it makes everything easier for me. It's a place I've always felt like I could see the world clearer from sitting on the river bluff there in Sheffield.
Throughout McAnally's astonishing career, he has always stayed true to himself. The humble musician says he can't believe he's won the CMA Musician of the Year award for 7 years in a row.
The people that I'm nominated with are heroes of mine. I mean, literally the best in the world at their instruments, and I'm so honored to be stuck in there with them. And the fact that people that do what I do vote on this award means that somebody sees some kind of merit in how I go about my business, and I'm truly honored by that.
McAnally does a little bit of everything in the music business, from playing, singing, producing, and songwriting. His message to aspiring artists is to not limit themselves.
Let some magic have a chance to happen, because there's some out there. And you know, if you put the blinders on too early, you eliminate a lot of good possibilities. So I would say leave your dreams out wide.
Now, McAnally just released his latest album called AKA Nobody, his first since 2011. You can head on over to WayTV.com to learn more about Mac and his new album. Live in Nashville, Brecken Terry, Way 31, Hometown News.
This is 28-year-old Michael Logan being escorted to the Colbert County Jail, where he will be held without bond. Logan is charged with capital murder in the death of his infant son, Michael Logan Jr.
The child had suffered from multiple traumas to the head and body, and we, of course, will know a little bit more when we get the final autopsy report back, but the injuries were obviously not accidental.
Tuscumbia Police Chief Tony Logan was at the hospital Saturday night when the infant arrived.
The image of that small infant laying there on the bed, deceased, has not left my head.
Officials say they have preliminary forensic reports that show this might not have been the first time the infant was abused.
The child may have had some older injuries. And again, you got to consider this is an infant that's 2 months old, was born premature.
Dania Logan, the infant's mother, was at work when the incident happened, and she believes her husband is innocent.
There is not a bit of doubt in my heart or my gut. My husband, Michael Logan, did not do this. There's nothing that can make me believe that.
But investigators are confident Logan had something to do with the infant's death.
Michael Logan is the sole person that's going to be responsible for the child's death.